Hey, Tony here, Random Adventures 2.0. What are we doing? Well, we are going to be camping overnight and we're going to hammock camp. All right, I think I found my spot. I think I'm going to utilize a couple of these trees right in here. This is a fairly flat spot, but we don't need it flat because we're hanging in a hammock already. So we're going to use a couple of these trees. Now, this is a spot where I saw posted that it's not a hunting area, but you're going to see several different things like these trekking poles that Johnny Torres had sent along on Mail Monday. So you're going to see some different stuff utilized here today that I have not used in the past. All right, let's get this pack off. All right, here we go. So the first thing that I think we're going to set up is our ridge line. So Dennis had gotten us a Hennessy Snakeskin and for our tarp. So first, I'm going to use something new. I showed this on Sunday Night Live. It's this Nama claw, and I've got a line here that I'm going to string up, and that's what we're going to hook our tarp to. But these Nama claws, I'll show you how they work. Alrighty, so this is, I've got it on Kevlar. So this is a piece of Kevlar here, so you can see the Nama claw on there. And we're going to use this tree right here, and we're going to string it across to that tree right over there. All right, so let me go ahead and get this ridge line for our tarp, get our tarp set up, and then we can just take our time. Well, not really. It's going to get dark soon. All right, then we'll get the hammock set up. All right, now that we've got that strung up, we want to get our Hennessy Snakeskin and tarp out. So let's go ahead and do that next. Man, I'm a happy camper right now. Let me tell you why. So a lot of times when I deploy the tarp, and I watched Luke on the Outdoor Gear, he was struggling with his tarp and stuff because these strings get tangled and they get all knotted up. I know there's a lot of ways to deploy a hammock, but the other day when I packed it, I took and I made a loop like this. I took it out and I ran my hand back here and I just made a loop. I'm like, how can I do this? So I made a loop there, and then I just wrapped it around, you know, all the way to the top, okay? But I left this hole there so that I could run the strings through that once I got up to the end. So that when I came out here, I just pull it and then pull, and no tangles. That's awesome. All right, give it a try if you want. It's working for me. Not one tangle so far. All right, let me finish setting this up. All right, so you can see we went around the tree with the Kevlar. That stuff is, I think that's, it will hold 200 pounds. All right, so then it comes down. These are the Nama claws right here. So you can see it right there. That's a Nama claw. So when you see how it's gripped there, it's got a little hinge. You can look it up online and see how they work, but great for deploying. The hammock or the tarp was really quick. This is the Hennessy Snakeskin, and you can see what I did is I left a little bit of string Kevlar on here. I got it attached right there to the hammock, just with a simple loop, and then you just hook it in here. That gives me slack right here, so I can put the Hennessy Snakeskin right there. So I do, in the center there, got the tarp, you know, hooked up with a little thing in the center. I'm not really thrilled with this tarp because it doesn't have a way. It does sag when you try to get it out straight. I'm trying to get it straight, but not working. But it's okay because it's not supposed to rain, so we shouldn't get any puddles. So over there is the other tree, and that is where we are hooked to. So let me go ahead and hook up the hammock because, like I said, it's getting dark fast. All right. I'll see you in a bit. All right, so after you get the hammock hung, you always want to give it a test sit. So you saw I was leaning down on it, but I'm kind of bouncing a little bit, so that should hold good. All right, so I do have the bug net on. And let me tell you why. Go back and watch the one minimal talking video I did a couple weeks ago. And I don't do it in that video. I don't talk about it, but I do talk about it in the Sunday Night Live. And I talk about all the spiders that were there. There was like 28 spiders looking at me. And the only way I knew they were looking at me is because my headlamp was shining on this one thing that was kind of shining back at me. And I thought, huh, all right, I'm going to go see what that is. Maybe somebody dropped something because it was a bluish green color. And I walked over there about 10, 15 feet away from where I was laying in the hammock. And I had already had like 4 or 5 spiders on me. And I went and I brushed the leaves away. And sure enough, it was the eyeballs of a spider looking back at me. And I jumped and I don't want to say if I screamed or not, but I jumped and I came back and then I sat down on the hammock and I didn't have the mesh on, I don't believe. And I'm sitting there and I'm looking around. And the more, now that I knew that that was the reflection of the spider's eyes, I started seeing another one and another one and another one and another one. Everywhere I was looking, there were spiders and there was like 28 of them looking back at me. So, even though it's winter and it's cold, yep, bug net. All right, so I'm going to get this zip back up. I got to get the chair set up, and I think we're going to make some Cowboy coffee so that we have it for tomorrow morning, too. All right, see you in a second. All righty, so I'm getting the chair all set up. But this is a new piece of gear, all right? So this is made by Trekology, and I believe it's called a sand cover, and that's for the bottom of the chair. So I was having trouble with the chair being situated on the ground. A lot of times those legs, because they're single legs, they will sink into the dirt or sand or leaves. So this is meant, you can see the corners here. It's meant to go on the feet. So you stick all 4 feet in the corners and then set it on the ground. That gives you a stable platform. All right. So I didn't show you me setting the chair up. I've done that before. So you have to watch one of the other videos for that. But I want to show you that me putting this on. All right, here we go. All right. You can see I got the chair flipped upside down, but very easy. They just go right over these legs, and then it's all done. And then we just flip it back over and stick it on the ground. One more. So like I said, it's not hard to do. But once you get them on there you have it. So that was going to give it a stable base and not let it sink down in the leaves. Oh, that's going to be nice. All right, I think we're going to set up over here by the tree. All right. Let me get my table. Give it a snap in there. So there we have it. There's our table. I think that's a good spot. Let me get my stove. We're going to get cooking. Boy, oh boy, I tell you what, it gets dark fast. It's sunset is at 4:38 tonight. So I set out with enough time, I thought, 2 o'clock, 2:30, to get into the woods, get set up before it got too dark so that we didn't have to use the light for most of our cooking. But I didn't even make my Cowboy coffee yet because I wanted to get the hammock set up and make sure I was doing that while you could still see me. Oh, this is amazing. So I've got the table set up. I've got my kettle, which this is the fire maple kettle here. So we got the kettle, and then we've got a coffee, and I'll show you the label right here. So that's what we're going to just dump these grounds right into the coffee pot. So that's Cowboy coffee. And man, is it good. So we're going to make enough for tonight and then also tomorrow morning so that we don't have to make it in the morning. We just got to heat it up. Now it's going to be ice because it's supposed to get down to 26 degrees tonight. Cold. And I just brought the heated vest. Didn't bring any heat hand warmers. I couldn't find any when I left the house. So, yeah. I just got my top quilt and the bottom quilt. It's going to get cold. It's already getting cold. All right, so let's get making our coffee because then we got to heat up some water because I brought just a Mountain House meal. I'll show you that here in a second. All right. Let's get the water poured in the kettle. Nice. So we want to get enough in there so that we can have a good batch. You might as well just put it on. This kettle holds 1 liter. That's what this is. This is a 1 liter bottle. And it'll take the whole thing. Not much room. Oh, there is some room left. But enough room for our coffee. Let's get our coffee put in there. All right. So we got our kettle on the fire. So we're just going to pour the coffee grinds right into there. And I think that should be plenty. Okay, you can see I got both burners. I'm burning the candle at both ends. I'm trying to beat the sunset. I'm not doing it. So I've got both burners. I've got my one going there. That's the water I've got going in that titanium cup is for our dinner. The other one is strictly just for our Cowboy coffee. Let's take a look in there. Oh yeah, that's about ready to boil. So that'll only be another minute. But let's let me show you what what we're having for dinner. All right, our Cowboy coffee is done, and it was boiling. All right. So what are we having? I hear voices over there. So we are going to have this chili mac and beef. I've never had this one before. This one came just the other day in the box on Mail Monday. So thank you, Frank. That's what I'm having for dinner. All right, let's give this open up and get it ready to get our boiling water poured in. I had a dilemma. I thought I forgot my spoon. I was like, oh my God. And I forgot my spoon, but I dug around in the pack and there's my titanium spoon. I have the worst problem with spoons. I'm telling you. Oh, okay. All right. So make sure you take out the oxygen absorber. That's not good. Don't eat that. All right. So give me a quick peek in there. All right. So I'm going to have to get my Olight O-bulb to do some more filming, but this water's almost done boiling. It's almost ready. Turn that up a little bit, speed the process up. All right, set this down there. All right, so just a little bit about this area. So right down about maybe, I'd say about 150 yards, there's a parking area. And it's a popular spot to park for hiking and biking and running and walking dogs. It's a very, very active trail that goes that way. So I kind of have to be a little careful And there's a main road right out there too, but it's hard to see through the woods. But I'm gonna have to be a little bit careful with this light. I don't think you'd be able to see it through the woods that far, but it's a beautiful spot. So you're not really supposed to be camping in these areas, I don't believe. But we're camping in these areas. All right, so that water is almost boiling. Yeah, there we go. It's got steam. So I got my spoon. I want to stir the Cowboy coffee a little bit. And then once we pour this water in, then we're going to get the Cowboy coffee out and pour it in this cup. And then we're going to have a cup of coffee. All right. All right. That's pretty good right there. Turn that down. Oh, I went the right way for one time. Usually I turn it up on high. Instead of turning it off, I end up turning it up. Get that little handle out. All right, I have to move the light so I can see what I'm doing. Oh, and I don't want to pour that on my legs. No, that would burn. So put that over here. So it calls for a cup and a half. So I believe that is what I have in here. Got the water in. Now, I did not bring the koozie. And that's the thing that Dennis made us so we can put our food in it to keep it insulated. But what I figured I would do, I'm going to seal it up and I'm going to stick it in my shirt. In this fleece because I want it to keep me warm. I think I'm going to warm my hands up with it a little bit. While it's doing its thing and cooking, because we got to let it set for at least 10 minutes. I believe it says after 5 minutes you want to stir it again. So that's what we'll do. We'll stir it after 5 minutes, but I'm going to get this in my shirt and then I'm going to pour me a cup of coffee. Alrighty, bring it back on in a minute. Good, I just want to make sure it doesn't pop open, because if it pops open we'll have chili mac and beef all down our shirt. Alright, so here's our Cowboy coffee. The nice thing with this Cowboy coffee is it doesn't, like, the grinds go down to the bottom. And when you pour it off, all the grinds are at the bottom. So you put a little bit of cold water at the end after it sits for a couple seconds before you pour it. You pour a little bit of cold water in, and that makes all the grinds settle to the bottom for sure. But like I said, that's nice and steamy. That's nice and warm. So we're going to hold on to this cup. So we got the chili mac in our stomach, but it's on the outside. It's going to be on the inside soon, but we got to let it cook. So, yeah. I just saw through the trees a couple cars pulled away. So there shouldn't be anybody else coming in down there at that parking lot, because it's dark. It's too dark to start walking or biking or anything like that. But we'll see a lot of activity in the morning. So definitely. All right. Whew. That's feeling good. Feeling good. Well, it's getting hot on my stomach. All right, so here's our Cowboy coffee. You can't see it that good, but I'm going to go ahead and drink a little bit of it. Very good. And in this wristband, I've got a hot lip. That's not very hot right now, so I'm not going to go ahead and put that on. I'm just going to leave it on in my wristband. You've seen me use that before, but it does save your lip against that cup. It's a good thing. But right now, it's not that warm. It's not that hot. I can tolerate it, let's say. I can tolerate it. Nice. I thought what I was hearing was people talking and up in the mountain. It sounded like squawking. And then I realized it was Canadian geese or something flying over. So I guess they're going down to the lake. All right. So I moved this meal up closer to my heart. So that's where it's at, and I've got my hands tucked up underneath here. And what it's doing, it's heating the rest of my body up because my blood circulation is right there. So it's carrying that heat to the rest of my body, to my extremities. All right. So we've got 5 minutes to wait, or stir it in 5 minutes. It's been about that long. I'm going to go ahead and start, get it back in my shirt. Then we're going to have to wait another 5 minutes until we can eat it. Sorry about moving the camera around. All right. Brr. So I just stirred that. I tasted it. It's good, but the noodles got to cook longer. I couldn't wait. I had to, well, I could wait, but why? All right, so it is a little soupy still, so it's going to take a little bit of time. I think it needs that full 10 minutes so it's not soupy anymore. But boy, drinking that hot liquid, that would be good too. But I got my coffee. All right, I'll get that back in on my shirt. Set my light bulb over here. Get that under my shirt so that I'm staying nice and toasty warm. I should make one of these just to stick in the hammock with me tonight. I don't have another meal though. Oh, I think, yeah, probably not a good idea to put it in your shirt. It leaked. Oh man, I'm definitely gonna be a bear lick if they ain't sleeping or hibernating yet. There's a bear gonna come up and lick me. Oh man, I gotta wipe that off. Yeah, it even leaked on my pants. Not good. I got chili and mac on my pants and my shirt. I got some over here. It's everywhere. Yeah, I didn't have the one corner sealed up right. Dang it. Right. So, but let me give you a look in there. Oh, can you see it? It's looking good. I think I've got it. It's still kind of soupy. Yeah, but that's okay. Yeah, I'll drink it. Yeah. I'm going to drink some of that liquid out. But it's good. So, chili mac and beef. Mountain House. Chili mac and beef. Here, let me get the light on. Oh, chili mac and beef. You can see it's got stuff all over the side of it. I'll tell you, this is a challenge. But good, good. I don't have to worry about spilling any on me. Already did that. Been there, done that. I gotta hope this dries soon. Because as it gets colder, that'll get cold. I'm feeling it a little bit under this. But we're gonna deal with it. All right. Very good. The other meal that I have, what I was going to have for dessert, I'm not sure if I'm going to have it or not. But it's a chocolate cake. It sounds good. It's Mountain House, I believe it's Mountain House, or Backpacker meal. It's one of the desserts. I'm looking forward to trying it. I just haven't tried it yet. I've taken it out twice. But once I'm done eating one of these meals, because they are 2 servings, like this one's 460 calories total for the whole meal, which isn't bad. That's not bad. All right. So I've eaten dinner. That was really good. I got it all packed away in a Ziploc bag so that there's no smells going out. All right. So I'm heating my hands up with my coffee. There's that coffee's good. And it's still warm. I just poured a little bit more out of the kettle. That's one thing about that kettle. That'll hold its heat pretty good. So I'm going to sit here for a little while and just enjoy things before I climb in the hammock. It's going to be a long night because I'll tell you what, with it getting dark so early now, man, it makes for a long night. It really, really does. All right. So, brr. Yeah. Okay. See ya. Yeah, you can see that chili mac. Yeah, but wait till you see my pants. Oh my God, I was sitting there and I was holding it on my lap, and there must be a hole in it or something because it's just dripping. I pulled it off and oh my gosh. Oh, that's gonna be fun. All right, so I was just getting ready to climb into the hammock too. Ah, man, that's a mess. Oh, right. And it's all getting a little cold on my stomach there too. All right. Yeah, I'm not doing that no more. That's not 2.0 approved, putting it in your shirt. It's not. Don't do it. Serious, don't. Unless you want chili mac and beef or whatever you're eating as part of you. All right. Okay. I got to climb in there. I got to get warmed up. Alrighty. So I'm in the hammock. I'm in for the night. I'm not going to get up unless I have to pee. Sometime around 3 o'clock in the morning usually happens. But I am cold. I smell like chili mac and beef. That's all I can smell right now. But I've got the top quilt, and I'm going to get that pulled up. It's taken me a little bit to get situated in here, but now that I'm situated, oh man, I'm laying nice in this hammock. It's very comfortable, and I'm going to fall asleep quick. All right. So I'm going to get my hands underneath this top quilt and get them warmed up. All right. I'll bring you back on in the middle of the night if I wake up. I probably will. All right. Good night. Lights out. Yeah. So it's about 2:15 in the morning. I made one big mistake when I packed this trip. It's a little bit of a dilemma of a trip. I did not pack my schmog or my knit hat, so my baseball cap keeps coming off. It's back here somewhere, and I keep getting it up there, and every once in a while I do put my head underneath the top quilt. You're not supposed to do that because it creates condensation, so you're just supposed to keep your head out, so your mouth out. You're not supposed to breathe under there, but my ears are getting cold. So, and I do have the heated jacket, so I've been holding off on putting that on, but I'm going to grab that and get that on. All right. All right, you can see when I got up here, I went ahead and grabbed the vest and put it on, and I got it heated up. So it's at 145 degrees. In 5 minutes, it'll shut down and go to the next level, so it'll turn blue. So it's a safety feature on the vest, I guess. So it starts out at 145, and then after 5 minutes, it jumps down to the 125. So I am feeling it. It's nice and toasty on my back. Like I said, I think I just checked. It's 2:30, so I'm definitely going to go back to bed. Yeah. See ya. My old light bulb's in my pocket, so I just use my headlamp. But it's about 29 degrees right now, and about 3:45. So it's cold, but this top quilt and under quilt is doing awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, so I just got up to use the facilities, a tree. So I'm going to climb back into bed, but there's a full moon, or close to a full moon, but it's really bright out. All right, let me show you that. I'm going to get out, and let me turn the camera around. This is that sun bleach headlamp. It's really bright. I like that. So let me shine you up in the trees here. And there's the moon. So cool. I'm going to see if I can get a picture of it. I don't know if I can take a picture at night like this. there's too many trees. But beautiful night. Yeah. But that's one thing about having a headlamp on. It's hard to film yourself with a headlamp. But as you can see, my breath. All right, my hands are getting cold. I gotta get back in bed. All right, talk to you later. We had an awesome night. Yeah, that was good. You can see probably in the time lapse, I was a little restless this morning. That's because I was cold. Even though I got the debut the vest on, it's set at the medium setting. The only part that was getting cold was my side, because every once in a while, when I turn, that top quilt comes off, and then I get that little cold air blowing on there. So get my headlamp off. Yeah, so I heated the Cowboy coffee up. We got everything all packed up. So as far as anybody knows, we're just kind of taking the backpack for a walk this morning and set up our chair and our table. So I'm going to sit over there for a little bit, drink the coffee. I am not going to eat breakfast out here. It's just a little too cold for me to make them pancakes, but I brought the pancakes and the syrup. So we'll do that another time. All right. Well, to keep this video from getting too long, well, maybe we ought to just close this video out, right? I want to say this was a success. I had a great time. I hope you did too. I'm enjoying these Thursday camp stealth camps, or any kind of camps, or just car camp, whatever. But hey, this Sunday we're going to be is Sunday Night Live, and what we do is we always talk about the video that we just did. So tune in on Sunday night at 8 p.m. for Sunday Night Live, and we'll talk about this video and any other video that we did during the week. But I do want to say thanks for coming along, and remember, it's just one adventure at a time. Hey, don't forget, Mail Monday is on Monday, and if you're watching this video and it's not the following Sunday from Thursday, and you're watching this like 2 years from now, hopefully we're still doing Sunday Night Live. So check anyhow, hit the subscribe button and the notification button. That way you will know. So if it's 2 years from now and you don't get a notification on Sunday night, guess what? I didn't do Sunday Night Live, all right? That's one way to know. But hey, thanks again for coming along. I greatly appreciate it. And remember, before we go, you have an awesome week. Yeah, an amazing week. And don't forget to tell someone you love them. And hey, I better go. So I think we need to score the music, though, right? There we go. All right, Tony 2.0, thanks a lot for coming along, and we will see you on the next random adventure. All righty. See ya. I went down the wrong pipe. Oh, that was dramatic.